What's going on, guys? We got a 1970s 31-foot Airstream. It's a land yacht, international. It's very vintage, looks super cool. I got my friend here, Kyle, helping me out here with a demo today. And I got my friend Kyle behind the cameras as well. Yeah,
Kyle and Kyle.
Kyle and Kyle, the two Kyles.
You may have seen me in the cornhole video.
So we're about to demo this Airstream today. Want to share the price that we bought it for, as well as kind of our plans for it, what we got going on here. So let's take a look inside. Anything is fixable.
Bro, he flipped his hamburgers.
I don't have hamburgers to get flipped.
Bro, I do.
So I've actually wanted to start Airbnb for a while now, but as some of you probably already know, just breaking into short-term rentals or even real estate in general, it can be a little bit more difficult because you do need more money typically. You need more time, and you just need more skills. And I know that there's people that do leverage themselves in debt to start Airbnb. That's not something I wanted to do, especially because I don't know anything about the business, and I don't even know anything about being a landlord, right? So I knew for the longest time I wanted to start small, but I still didn't know how to break in small until I started watching this quirky guy on YouTube. His name is Rob Built, and he talks about glamping, tiny houses, and he actually got started with his very first Airbnb in his backyard. And so it was incredible to see that people are willing to pay for tents, RV experiences, right? And it just really opened up my mind, like, wow, that's pretty incredible. And so that he started small, and really that's all the inspiration I needed to start small. And so most of you already know that I run an advertising agency for construction businesses with a partner. And so I called that same partner up and told him about this idea. I was like, man, let's do this together. Why not? It'll be fun. And so he's a little bit more crazier than I am. He just loves starting new things, and that's why I love him. His name's Kyle. And so we're gonna start this, right? With no debt, with a team, with a dream. And I wanna take you on this journey as we launch our Airbnb glamping operation. Let's take a quick tour of the Airstream that we got. So as you walk in, you're greeted with this musky smell along with some retro colors here, blues and yellows and oranges. And he's looking at the kitchen. See, it doesn't look too bad, right? But I mean, the AC is definitely broken. There's some water damage along the walls. The stove doesn't work. And as you continue to walk back here, and you're gonna be greeted by this beautiful, clean, disgusting bathroom that just needs a whole lot of work. I don't know when the last time this was cleaned, but just by looking at it and kind of taking a closer look, we were like, you know what, maybe we should completely just gut this bathroom, just make it a fresh, towel it up, make it fresh for our guests. In the back, you have two more beds, and so that couch in the front, it does turn into a bed. So this sleeps about 5 people. Right? But as we were, like I said, continue to take things apart, there was a lot of water damage, especially in this back area here. There was water damage on the floor. And so we had to just decided to start taking things apart. And so up until this point, we were like, you know what? Let's just gut the entire thing. Let's just make it super modern, super fresh, and make it a great experience for our guests.
All right, what do you think, Jeremy, halfway through this?
I think it's not too bad. The only compromise part is just this section here. We're gonna have to replace all this plywood because of the water damage. But it's not too bad because the plywood is split up right here. So that works out really well. But other than that, not too bad.
Coolest find so far.
Come with the apple juice.
We have a radio, but apple juice. Yeah.
Holy.
Also behind the fridge, there was some mold, even more water damage. We even found like an old beehive up in the vent area. And so, like I said, the more things when it comes to just like these type of remodeling jobs, the more you take out, the more you find. And it's just like, you know what, just to kind of ease our conscience, and also for the guests, like, you know what, we're just going to completely gut this out and just make it pretty much brand new. So we're really just paying for the shell of the Airstream. We were actually looking to get and start with tents, but I guess the tents that we were looking at, they were, right when we were about to buy, they were actually completely sold out. And so it was going to take about, they said 3 to 5 months to get them back in stock. And so we were like, oh, wow, all right, well, it's just not the right time. It's just not the right time for us to start this. So we weren't going to start this, but then this Airstream popped up on Facebook Marketplace, and it was only an hour away from us. And so we just knew, okay, this tent thing didn't work out because this Airstream is for us. And so we immediately called the guy that owned it, and unfortunately he said, oh, it's about to be sold, to a guy in Arizona. I'll let you know if it does come back on the market. And for some reason, the guy from Arizona, he just didn't show up. And so we went down there, and I think it was listed for about $18,000 or something like that. But after a bit of negotiation, we got it for about $15,000. So the plan is to park this up in northern Michigan on my partner's land, where it's wooded and secluded, but it's also in a city that's up and coming. There's a lot of new development going up there. Also, it's a central point, and there's about 30 minutes to various lakes around Michigan that are really popular. And there's also actually, it's not a mountain, it's a hill, but there's skiing around there, some golf. And so we really feel like this is a great location, up and coming location. And we've only seen about 3 to 5 Airstreams in Michigan as a whole. And those Airstreams, they're not remodeled, they're not modern. And so I really feel like we have really an opportunity to create something really unique. So we really want to design it kind of like, or at least the interior, design it kind of like our airframe, the way it is now. And so it's going to take about 6 to 8 months. We're not exactly too sure. We'll see as we continue to demo the Airstream, but we're not really in a rush. The timeline is to shoot for spring of 2022, but we're not in a rush. We want to do it right the first time and create a really great experience for the guest. And we also want to have amenities outside the Airstream, like a bonfire, lights, maybe some cornhole. But what are your ideas? What are your thoughts? Leave them in the comments. Like, what would you want to do if you were in a nice secluded area in the woods? What would you want to do with your family or with your spouse or loved one? Just give me ideas. I'm curious to see what your thoughts are. So I talk a lot about saving money, paying off debt, and I think those are great things. But something that you'll come to realize, as I realize, that I can only save so much. And once my debt's paid off, it's paid off. Then what? Right? And so at that point, you realize, okay, saving can only make so much of an impact in my finances and just even in my life. And so there comes a point where it's like, okay, I actually want to do things with my money, with my time, with my talent, and I want to create. I want to build my income. I want to do more, right? And you may not understand it right now, but just know, like, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to try new things. Start that side hustle. Start something. Just start something. And I knew that's me quitting my job was gonna, like, I guess continue to burn that fire in me. Because in order for me to, like, at least for me, like, in order for me to start and do great things, like, I have to be uncomfortable. Like, I just have to get myself out of my box, and I have to get uncomfortable and start taking action. So I know that was a little rant or tidbit here, but I just wanted to get that point across, that I'm not making these videos just to show you how great I am. No, I'm inspiring myself, but also I want to encourage you to take action and start small and do great things. Do cool things. Do what you want. Have fun. Yes, it may be scary. Yes, it may be hard, but do it anyway. And you'll learn and grow from them. So thanks, guys, for watching. This is just the very first episode. Let me know if you have any questions, but until then, I'll see you on episode 2. We'll do like a pan shot after we record.
We're recording.
Yo, what's up? Jeremy here.
Day one. Day one.
Start again.
What? Why?
You want me to do it again?
Day one complete. How you feeling, man?
I feel great. I feel great. Feel like I've earned my bed and keep.
Yeah.